Hi, Bob Thompson for Smartphone Matters. Today I want to talk about updating to iOS 10 if you're a Straight Talk Wireless customer. I have here two iPhones, both using Straight Talk Wireless, and I'm happy to say I was able to install iOS 10 and both phones are working fine. I'm not having any problems. On the left here, I have my iPhone 6S. It's using Straight Talk's AT&T network. And on the right, I have my iPhone SE, which is using Straight Talk's Verizon network. And you can see both phones are running iOS 10.0.1. And that .1 means that there's already been one update to iOS 10. My understanding is that some Apple customers had problems installing iOS 10 and Apple needed to release an update. The update went fine for me. I did not have any problems and everything seems to be working fine. Before you install the update, you should back up your phone. Just in case you have a problem with installing iOS 10, then you'll have that backup if something goes wrong. So I use my iPhone 6S here every day, and this is my primary phone. So I used my Mac and iTunes to do a full backup. I didn't bother doing that for the iPhone SE here on the right, because if I was to lose anything that was on that phone, it would not be a problem. Now, after backing up your phone, you want to make sure that you test your Straight Talk service just to make sure that everything was working before you do the update, so that when you go back and do it again, after you've installed the update, you know you didn't have a problem before you started. So what should you test? Well, try making a call and make sure that your phone service is working, and then try sending a text message to someone and making sure that you can receive one back. But the important things to check are MMS picture messages and your cellular data. So for MMS picture messages, you want to make sure that you can send and receive a picture message with somebody else. Preferably that should be someone that's not using an iPhone, say an Android phone. And the reason is because you want to make sure that that picture was sent and received using MMS rather than using Apple's iMessage service, which uses your cellular data. Then after checking to make sure that your MMS is working correctly, you want to make sure that your cellular data is working and get an idea of how fast your cellular data speeds are, so that when you compare them again after running the test, you can tell whether or not there seems to be a problem with the update. So I did both of these things on these phones. I didn't have any problems with MMS. That was working after the update, so there was no issue with cellular data or MMS APNs or anything like that. And then I have some results from running speed test. It looks like I only ran one test before I updated, and I was getting a pretty decent speed, about 17 megabits per second down and about 9.5 megabits per second up. And then I ran these two tests after the updates, and you can see both of these tests were actually faster than before I installed the update. And the reason for that probably is just because it was later at night or earlier in the morning, so there was less traffic on the network. But what this is telling me is that my speeds didn't get much slower, so I know that there wasn't a problem with the update. Over on the iPhone SE using the Straight Talk Verizon network, I ran a few more tests, and you can see all my download speeds were under 5 megabits per second. The first three results from the bottom up were tests that I ran before I installed the update. You can see they were all close to 5 megabits per second down. The upload speeds, however, were very slow, 1/4 of a megabit per second up or 1/3 of a megabit per second up. And then after I did the update, you can see that the download speeds were about the same. The upload speeds, however, did improve, hovering around 2 megabits per second. So this is why it's important to run speed tests both before and after. These upload speeds are very slow. If I didn't know that they were that slow before I did the update, I might think there was a problem with the update. So far, iOS 10 has been working for me. I can't say whether or not there are any other problems with it yet, because I just installed it last night. So what about you? Are you using an iPhone with Straight Talk Wireless? Have you updated to iOS 10? I'd love to hear what your experience was. You can leave a comment on the video, or better yet, head on over to the article on smartphonematters.com and leave a reply there. And I actually think it's better to leave the comment on smartphonematters.com, because that's where my other readers share their results. All right, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. If it was, give it a like on YouTube. If you want to see more videos from me, subscribe to the Smartphone Matters YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.